From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Federal party leaders are spending their first full day on the campaign trail talking about taxes, transfers, and the trades.
A campaign stop in Brampton, Ontario this morning, Pierre Poilievre said he would cut taxes for all Canadians by reducing the rate on the lowest income tax bracket by 2.25 percentage points. This $14 billion a year plan would save the average Canadian about $900 annually. Poilievre said his government would pay for it by cutting bureaucracy and foreign aid. Yesterday, Liberal leader Mark Carney also announced a tax cut of 1 percentage point on the lowest tax bracket. In Gander, Newfoundland today, Carney pledged not to reduce federal transfers to provinces and individuals to pay for his plan. Both leaders today promised costed platforms, though neither offered a timeline for when they may be released. Nick Murray, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
The head of Elections Canada says synthetic content like AI deepfakes is a, quote, serious concern this federal election. Stéphane Perreault says he reached out to major social media platforms like X and TikTok to get commitments they'll help crack down on fake materials ahead of April 28th.
On the face of it, those who have responded have provided some satisfactory response. This is what I've said. We'll see what action actually takes place during the election. Hopefully they won't have to intervene, but if there are issues, hopefully they will be true to their word.
He says Canadians worried if what they're seeing online in the campaign is real should head to the Elections Canada website to verify the material. A possible softening of U.S. President Donald Trump's April 2nd tariffs come as zero comfort for a lot of Canada's business leaders. The head of the Automotive Parts Manufacturing Association says Trump is putting the future of the entire North American auto sector at risk. The magazine The Atlantic says its editor-in-chief was mistakenly included in a group text with detailed plans for upcoming military strikes in Yemen. U.S. President Donald Trump tells reporters he doesn't know anything about it.
You're saying that they had what?
They were using Signal to coordinate on sensitive materials and
having to do with what? Having to do with what? What were they talking about?
With the Houthis.
The Houthis? You mean the attack on the Houthis?
Right.
Well, it couldn't have been very effective because the attack was very effective. I can tell you that. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time.
The National Security Council says the text chain appears to be authentic.
In Miami, the city that keeps the roof blazing.
Will Smith is making a return to the music scene for the first time in 2 decades. His new album, based on a true story, features guest appearances from Big Sean, DJ Jazzy Jeff, as well as his son, Jaden Smith. The album is set to release this Friday. It comes as Smith plans to embark on his first ever headline tour this summer. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Vancouver Canucks are on the road tonight facing the New Jersey Devils. It's one of 4 games on tonight's NHL schedule, but it's the only one with Canadian content. In the NBA tonight, the Toronto Raptors look to stop a 4-game losing streak as they visit the Washington Wizards. Canada coach Jesse Marsh says he was standing up for his team when he was sent off for protesting 2 non-penalty calls. It happened in Sunday's 2-1 win over the U.S. in the CONCACAF Nations League third-place game. Marsh says his players were still smarting from a non-penalty call in Thursday's semifinal loss to Mexico.
They were angry. You know, there's a difference between disappointment and anger. And they were very clear that they think that we needed to do something.
Marsh says his only mistake was making a fuss after the second play and not the first one. He says in hindsight, the second one was not a penalty. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.